It's week 4 that's just ended this time for Belong's MK11 Arena Clash, giving us another opportunity to see what some up-and-coming UK players bring to the table with their Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay. Remember, the MK11 Arena Clash is a local UK league that helps players bridge the gap between casual and tournament. Players compete in their respective Belong stores, battling it out online versus other territories. This time, it was the Cardiff Saints versus the Plymouth Armada. Although extremely one-sided, there's still a lot to take away from this stream on both teams' end. Let's get started. First up, it's DJZNGO from Cardiff versus Daniel and Tails from Plymouth. The first thing to notice here from DJZNGO's Kung Lao is awareness of space. This string off forward 1 may be hit confirmable, but can hit the opponent from further ranges. This means that skilled Kung Lao players need to amplify their spin first, rather than the regular spin, which is more traditional for combos. Only the amplified spin works in these kinds of situations, because it moves him forward, unlike the normal spin, which stays in place. Good Kung Laos need to be aware of how far the opponent is on hit, and amplify the spin accordingly. We see this exact situation afterwards when it connects in the corner. Due to no pushback, the normal spin works. CHEZZI from the Cardiff Saints displays intelligent knowledge in the Noob Saibot matchup versus Bowser's Revenge. The clip right here is some niche conversion potential if you have the Air Glaive. When amplified, Jade will land faster than the opponent will fall, meaning that if you have good reactions and height awareness, as CHEZZI clearly does, you can pick them up with a shadow kick for even more damage. This is a major part of playing Jade defensively, looking at any opportunity to squeeze out whatever damage that you can. The first game between these guys is ended with an exclamation point in the form of an anti-air fatal blow. Although we're familiar with the armoured properties of the fatal blow by now, never forget that the armour makes fatal blows one of the more consistent anti-airs in the game, even one as slow as Jade's. This is a good understanding of when to use the fatal blow in a guaranteed win situation. In the stress of a tournament match, always watch out for an opponent trying to rush the ending with an impatient approach. Right here, DJZNGO acknowledges immediately that Skull King is just swinging constantly. This means that his first choice is Lao's 2-1-2-1-2 string. Usually it's super risky and very punishable if he whiffs it. In this situation, it does lead to Kung Lao's max damage mid-screen, as Skull King is throwing around buttons at ranges they're not working at. The otherwise risky string becomes a valuable option to whiff punish Skull King's excessive button pressing. There's something I really want to point out with this clip as well. DJZNGO hits 3 sweeps in a row, and then uses the forward 1 counter hit on Skull King's wake up. Essentially, it's important to note that you have to block on wake up to defend correctly, or if you want to fight back, as you stand up, you have to either wake up 3 or up 2, as they are the game's inbuilt wake up attacks. It seems like Skull King was pressing the wrong buttons off the ground all the time, and ate these attacks for free. After the third sweep, DJZNGO acknowledges that it is a counter hit almost every single time, and then he commits to a forward 1 instead, because it leads to a full combo. It would have resulted in a full combo if he had meter to amplify the spin too. Refer the missed spin to my first clip of the day. When an opponent whiffs a button, you need to know, as the one retaliating, what the best choice is. In this clip by GHOSTWOLF, he sees that Bowser's Revenge misses a throw. In a missed throw recovery state, the opponent is vulnerable to a crushing blow down 2. As down 2s punish highs to launch, because he sees the whiffed throw, he knows that his instant down 2 on wake up will full combo, and that's exactly what he does. The launch results in a combo that wins the round. This clip is very important, one of the sickest brutalities in the game, and only works if you mercy first. Next. This play is cute. In rifle mode, DJZNGO crouches the jump in to somewhat low profile it, and then uses one of the shots as anti-air. It doesn't lead to much, but it's still a tidy play when you're stuck in rifle mode and desperately need a plan B fast. Crouching a jump in obviously makes it take longer to hit you, allowing for these kind of odd anti-airs. Unfortunately, it's another example here of why blocking on defense is so important. Almost an entire life bar of Bowser's Revenge goes by pressing too many buttons on wake up. eating free damage that gets even worse because acid is on the floor. I can't stress enough how important it is to, if you're in any doubt, block on Wake Up. It either lets you punish something, or at the very least, reset the situation once the opponent becomes minus. You have to defend when you're in doubt in these situations. We don't see a lot of players punishing Noob Saibot's teleport correctly these days, but CHEZZI clearly has the knowledge, as technically the teleport is a high. When punishing a high, down 2 will actually crushing and blow the teleport as well, and result in one of the highest damaging universal punishes in the entire game. It's a matchup changer, and although this combo was dropped, it did help CHEZZI steal back momentum in another dominant series. It's another day at the office for GHOSTWOLF, who has an amazing round 1 after the second set begins. It's consistent combo execution, neutral jump to crush Wake Up button press, which unfortunately has been a running theme for the Plymouth Armada, and the final play was a micro step backwards on Wake Up to let the inevitable down 2 whiff, where a full punish can close things out. Again, why blocking is so important in these situations. At this stage in the tournament, DJZNGO has simply stopped hit confirming his strings, because he knows that Plymouth in general just refuse to block consistently, with Kung Lao having so many strings that have odd ender timings. Throwing a spin on the end has such a high chance to land that it isn't even a risk anymore. They've had all of these games prior to figure out how their opponents approach defense and are now using it against them, throwing specials on the end of strings because they know they will 100% work. The final clip is the final play. GHOSTWOLF once again laying on the Liu Kang pressure and dominantly taking it for the Cardiff Saints. Bonus points for the brutality as well. To be honest, finding an MVP for this week was pretty difficult. Everyone that played for Cardiff today absolutely crushed the competition, so I've had to go a little bit in depth for my MVP this week. Week 4's MVP of the MK11 Arena Clash for me was DJZNGO. I feel like his Kung Lao displayed the tidiest gameplay, and importantly, he adapted to the playstyle of Plymouth the fastest. Once everyone realised that defense is not Plymouth's strong suit, it all kind of fell apart for them, and it seems to me, gameplay-wise, that DJZNGO was the first player to really exploit this. Another week may have passed in the Arena Clash's group stages, but that doesn't mean that things are over. We still have week 5 onwards to get through, and for more information about that and other tournaments in the Arena Clash 2, check out belong.gg/Arena Clash. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.